Hey, welcome back everybody to another exciting episode on Garden Days. This video is going to be shot over several days because I'm going to talk to you about how I start my seeds. But in this one, it's how I start my seeds for the late summer, fall harvest. So you got to stick around. Make sure you like and subscribe, and that'll sure help me out. Thanks. All right, the first thing you do when you're deciding what to plant is we need to look at some seed packets. This is my seed case. It's actually a photo organizer, and I'll put a link to the Amazon in the description. So I'm thinking I want to do some more cucumbers, but we have to figure out if they'll work or not. All right, the first thing you're going to do is get your seed packets out, and I believe I'm going to go with bush cucumbers. And the reason I'm going to go with the bush cucumbers is these are called Space Master Bush. Put that in there so you can see it. But on the back of the package, it says that it's going to mature. Let's see where it says. It says depth. Days to harvest, 56 to 59. So I know that in 3 weeks or even a month from now, I'm going to be able to still plant this in the garden and get some results. Now, the way you do that is you just simply go on the internet and type in first frost and then wherever town you're in or whatever zip code you are, and it'll tell you. Ours is October 18th. So if I get these in the ground or just get these started and everything in the next week, they should be ready in no later than September. So September to October 17th, we're going to get some cucumbers off of it. And that's going to be really good for us. We're going to make a lot of pickles this year. All right. Now, in order to start seeds the way that I do it, you're going to need a couple of things. You're going to need a paper towel, or at least a part of a paper towel. And then a sandwich Ziploc. And then a Sharpie. First, we're going to wet the paper towel. Now you wet the paper towel and then you wring it out to where it's no longer dripping, it's just wet. And what we're going to do is put a few seeds on the paper towel. If I can get them open. All right, there's 5 seeds. Simply fold it over, pat it shut, put it down in your Ziploc. Now make sure you do not close your Ziploc all the way. Don't seal it. We're going to write on it bush cucumbers. And that's all it is to it. Now, we'll come back in a couple of days and we'll check on them to see if they've sprouted yet. But this is the same thing that I do every spring with all of my seeds. This is how I start them. After this, I'm going to put this in a warm place, but no sunshine on it. We'll come back and check it out in a couple of days. All right, let's take a look. Bush cucumbers. This is after 2 days. If you can see, we have germination. See that little white tip on all of them? In just 2 days, they germinated. All right, next up, we're gonna take them downstairs and I'll show you how I start them. Like I said, I use the double cup method. And I'll show you what that means here in a second. All right, first thing we're gonna do is get us some dirt and put it in a bucket. And as you can see, I'm still using Miracle-Gro. It does great for me. So this is a potting mix. Is what this is. You'll put some dirt in there. And then we have to wet the dirt. All right, let's see if we can't give it a little work. What you're looking for is you can squeeze it, but no actual water comes out of it. All right, as you can see, this is the second time I've used this cup. I had to cut holes in around the bottom for the water to drain. So you take a little dirt, fill it up about halfway, pack it pretty tight, and then finish it off with loose dirt. All right, I've done a couple of more, and then I'll show you the next step. All right, I take a pair of tweezers to get the seeds, and then I just set them on top of the dirt in the cups. All right, now go ahead and take a same set of tweezers and barely push it in the dirt. Cover it up with a little bit. Now, the reason I use these clear cups is that way I can check to see if they're root bound as they're growing. Now, what I use for my base cup is just a simple red Solo cup with two half marbles that you'd use in crafts. That way it keeps the cup up off the bottom so it's not sitting in water. Plus, also, I have to mark out the name on these cups and put what's in them now. All right, I've moved them up under the glow lights or grow lights, and then we'll give them a good drink of water. I put on it bush cucumber, and then I put today's date of 6/21. That's when I put them in there. I've already got some other bush cucumber that I started, let's see. I didn't put the date on it, naturally. But I've got some Italian leaf cabbage also that I've started. But let me give him a drink and I'll show you how much I give him. With each of them, I give them all about that much water. So just pull the cup up. Give it a good drink to get started. All right, now, only when they're brand new and waiting to break ground, I give them a drink of water up top, just a little bit. And I'll show you why here in a second. All right, now that we've done that, we're gonna add little bitty Dixie cups right over where the seeds were. And what that's going to act as a greenhouse. It's going to hold the heat and the humidity in it right above the seed. Well, I've got quite a lot more I've got to get started. So I'm going to get to it, and then I'll bring you back and show you how much we've got. All right, so what I got started this way was the bush cucumbers, butterfly flower, blue bellflower, a couple of lavender, a couple of sun sugar yellow cherry tomatoes, a couple of black-eyed Susans, and some verbena. And we'll come back in a couple of days, and it's imperative that you take the cups off when it does first break through the ground. Otherwise, you're still in the light from the leaves and it could kill it prematurely. We'll come back and we'll check it out. Just a little update. Today is June 23rd. And not only have we germinated, but we've also got them breaking ground on our Bushmasters. Correction, on our Space Saver bush cucumbers. And here's a little update on all the flowers that we started. And a couple of cherry tomatoes. But all of them have come up. Well, not all of them, but they're all looking good. Nothing to worry about yet. Lavender, I've never had much luck with lavender. But you can see that the cherry tomatoes are coming up. And this is all within 4 days. All right, let's talk about this a minute. On the back of the packet, it said germination 7 to 10 days. Not only did we germinate, we had it breaking up through the ground in just 4 days. I don't understand why anyone would just drop seeds in a feed tray or in a seed starting tray and then just hope for the best. On they come up or they don't come up, or I watered it too much and they rotted in the ground, or the seeds got too cold and it didn't germinate. Why would anyone want to do that? I mean, as an example, our super hot peppers that we grow, they have a germination sometimes 30 to 45 days. I can do it in 10 and then have them breaking ground 3-4 days later. I don't understand why anyone would do it any other way. I want to thank you for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment or two. Let me know what you need. God bless, and I'll see you in the next video.